A very interesting dichotomy, though, which is illustrated in the book, was when you had to go on the gas, when you were after a life of after living such a clean life, and then you're simultaneously speaking at Megan's school about saying no to illegal substances, and you were about to get the push where you were going to be on TV with Hogan, and you had to go on the gas to get a little bigger.
Okay, let me stop you there. I didn't have to go on the gas. I chose to go on the gas. Nobody jammed needles into my butt. You know what I mean? And I say, hey, stop doing that, you know?
Right.
In other words, I was so sick and tired of being a jabroni that I looked in the mirror and I said, self, I've got a chance here to take this genius thing to the top. And I decided, and I didn't like mull over the decision. I agonized over the decision.
Right.
You know, because it is not my character to do this. But once you're not a virgin, you're a whore. And once you put the needle in, you're a whore. You know? So I'm telling you, and here's the thing. I could very easily go on Kayfabe Commentaries and say, no, I never took steroids. Well, you know what? I wouldn't be able to help anybody not take decisions like that. You see what I mean? I figured if I can just use myself as an example of what not to do, then maybe what if I can help one person who's at the fork of the road and say, should I or should I not take steroids? Well, I've got more credibility if I say I did it and here's what can happen to you. Testicular atrophy, on up, you know, things are better now. I can't prove it, but it's just an audio. But take my word for it. Things are back to normal.
Happily.
Okay. Happily. That's good. Yeah. He always gets the last word. He sneaks it in there. That's good. I'll tell you what, though. I made a decision to go ahead and, you know, tell the truth about the steroids because it was decadurabolin, and it's supposed to be the cleanest one, but there's no such thing as a clean steroid. If they ever invent one, I'll take it.
Right. When I said had to, I didn't want to imply that McMahon stuck a needle in your ass. It was just from an occupational standard at the time standpoint. Yeah, it was a big person's game at the time, and you needed the size if you were going to be on TV. It was one of those subconscious or under the surface agreements. I mean, if you were going to get a push, you had to look a certain way. No promoter had to say it. It was known. You look at the guys that were getting the weekly squashes on TV, Hercules, Powers of Pain, and I don't want to imply that they used steroids. They probably did. They looked a certain way, let's say that.
We don't want to apply that. Generally, there's a visual test, and if it looks too good to be true, that's because it is.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
And by the way, they work, you know, those steroids. They actually, you know, here's what happened. I took about 2 months off getting my gimmick together, buying the caps and gowns, growing my hair out, growing my beard, which was mostly Crayola anyway. I came into the locker room. I took off my shirt, and everybody says, holy shit.
Really? Wow.
I said, what have you been doing? He said, never mind. We know what you've been doing. And the thing is, okay, I was most improved, but I still didn't belong in that locker room because you still had the Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, the Warlord, the Barbarian. You know, I was still didn't belong in the locker room, but I was much improved.
Did you undergo any of the rage issues that you hear about, the mood swings, the difficulty in maintaining a level? Because you're a pretty level guy. Did you become an angry beast?
Ten arrests, no convictions.
Oh, yeah!